Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Angular momentum. The angular momentum of a single particle is defined as the cross product of radii and the linear momentum. Consider a single particle of mass m moving with a velocity v and the radius r about an axis as shown. If this particle of mass m is moving with a speed v, then it has a momentum is represented by the vector p. And as it is moving in a circle of radius r, it means that it has not a linear momentum, but it has an angular momentum or a circular momentum. So what is the value of circular momentum? Circular momentum or angular momentum is somewhat different from the linear momentum, as it also depends upon the radius. Angular momentum is given by the formula r cross p. It means that it is a cross product and it is a vector quantity. So blue vector represents a net angular momentum. The magnitude of this vector is given by the formula mvr sine of theta, and direction of the vector is given by the right hand rule. According to this right hand rule, by using the right hand, according to this right hand rule, place the right hand on the plane to get the direction of this vector. We use the right hand rule. For using the right hand rule, first of all, we have to join the two vectors, tails of two vectors, r and p. So, by joining the tail of p vector with the r vector, we form a plane containing r and p, and we place the right hand on this plane in such a way that the fingers of right hand curls from r to p. Then the thumb will point the direction of resultant vector, angular momentum vector. And you can see that if the body is rotating in anti-clockwise direction of angular momentum will be in upward direction, as it is a convention made by the scientists that whenever a body is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, the angular momentum will be pointed in the upward direction to the plane. And similarly, if the body is rotating in the clockwise direction, the resultant vector will be pointed, or the angular momentum will be pointed in the downward direction. So, according to this convention, to satisfy this convention, this formula of cross product is always in r cross p form rather than in p cross r form, as r cross p always satisfy the convention made by the scientists. So whenever we use the formula p cross r, the direction will be wrong. So it is a convention that for anti-clockwise movement of the body, the angular momentum is taken in the upward direction. And when we see angular momentum vector is in upward direction, then anybody can understand the body is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. Now, a particle is said to possess an angular momentum about a reference axis if it is so smooth that its angular position changes relative to the reference axis. Angular momentum of a rigid body. Consider a rigid body about an axis. In a rigid body, all parts at the same angular speed move or rotate with the same angular speed. So we can sum up the angular momentums of all the parts, as we know that the rigid body consists of many number of parts having a mass m1, m2, and m3, and so on, mn. Angular momentum of a rigid body. Consider a rigid body rotating about an axis And this whole rigid body can be divided into many number of masses of mass m1, m2, m3 and so on mn. In this rigid body, all parts rotate at the same angular speed omega. So all the parts will have some angular momentum, but moving with the same angular speed. The angular momentum of every part will be in such a way that of the first part m1 r1 square omega, and similarly angular momentum of a second part will be m2 r2 square into omega, and similarly for third part angular momentum will be m1 r1 m3 r3 square into omega, and up to so on. For the last part, there will be the angular momentum of value mn rn square into omega. By summing up all the angular momentums of all the parts, we get the total angular momentum. And as omega is common, same angular velocity for all the parts, so we take omega common from this summation. And inside bracket, the sum of all moments of inertia will be the total moment of inertia of the rigid body. So angular momentum will be equal to total moment of inertia into angular velocity. Spin angular momentum versus orbital angular momentum. There are two types of rotatory motions or circular motions. Number one, spin movement, in which the body rotates around itself, around its own axis, while in rotational or circular motion, a body rotates about a central point or a center of the circle. And this rotational motion is known as orbital motion. So a body rotating in this orbit will have an orbital angular momentum. So there are two types of angular momentum, spin angular momentum and orbital angular momentum. Law of conservation of angular momentum. Angular momentum of a solid body about a fixed axis remains constant. And this angular momentum is given by I into omega. So the total angular momentum of a body, as we know that it remains constant according to law of conservation of angular momentum, then it means that initial angular momentum of a body and final angular momentum of a body remains same if that body undergoes some change, inside change. For example, if a body has an initial angular momentum of value I1 omega 1, then it will have a final angular momentum of value I2 omega 2, and both angular momentum values will remain same according to law of conservation of momentum. For example, if this bodybuilder is rotating on a rolling chair with his arms stretched away and having dumbbells in his hands, and he suddenly squeezes his arms, then its speed of rotation omega will increase. It is because initially it has a moment of inertia more. As we know that moment of inertia value of I depends upon mass of dumbbell and radius of movement of this dumbbell, that is equal to arm length. As initially radius was more and mass is a fixed value, then it means that moment of inertia value is more, I1 is more. But as he suddenly squeezes his arms, the radius decreases, moment of inertia value, I2 value or IF value decreases. So the value of omega will increase. So it means that the initial value of total angular momentum I omega will remain same, but the value of I1, as it decreases, then the value of omega will increase, but the total angular momentum will remain constant. It is important to note that the axis of rotation of an object will not change its orientation unless an external force acts upon it. It means that if the net external torque acting on a system is zero, or outside force outside rotating agent is zero, the angular momentum of the system doesn't change, no matter what changes take place within the system or inside the system. It means that total angular momentum, law of conservation of angular momentum remains valid until and unless no external force or no external torque disturbs the system. Inside changes doesn't change the total angular momentum, and total angular momentum remains constant. Another example of the law of conservation of angular momentum is the diving of a diver from a height. As we know that initially when the diver jumps, his moment of inertia mr square value is more, but as he squeezes the body, radii of the body decreases, moment of inertia decreases, but the speed, angular speed, rotational speed increases of that body, and he shows the trick of high rotation, high speed of rotation. Angular quantities versus linear quantities. In linear motion, distance is represented by small d, but in angular quantity, distance or displacement is represented by theta. Similarly, in linear moment, velocity is represented by v, but in angular movement, velocity is replaced by the angular velocity, not linear velocity, that is angle per unit time. Similarly, in in linear motion, we take the acceleration as a, but in angular motion, the angular acceleration, in angular motion, there we replace this acceleration term with the angular acceleration. Similarly, in linear motion, mass, and in circular motion, mass is replaced with the moment of inertia. As mass represents a quantity of inertia, similarly, in linear circular motion, the inertia will be represented not only by mass, but it also depends upon the radius. So, moment of inertia or product of mass and radius square represents the inertia. Similarly, in linear motion, the moving agent is the force, but in circular motion, torque is the moving agent or turning agent. And torque is actually R cross F. It means that radius is also involved over here. Similarly, in linear movement, linear momentum is represented by P, but in angular motion, a circular motion, angular momentum is given by R cross P, and it's also given by I omega. And according to law of conservation of angular momentum, total angular momentum of a system remains constant. Thank you for watching the video, and please visit the website www.kencollege.com and also subscribe this channel for more informative lectures and videos on all subjects. Thank you.